So let's move on to questions. I don't know how it's going to work. How do you, if you have to create questions yourself, or you're going to get some existing exams and you have to convert those exams, really two options. You start from scratch a new question in Mobius, or you copy and paste existing questions into Mobius. There is a website for where you can find all the videos per question type, and I've placed it on the homepage of the question bank. It is this one, and you start with a Mobius training. You can do that, but you don't have to. If you scroll down, you will see, well, I think all, well, maybe not all, but I think almost the videos on creating the different question types. So that's good to know. Because I will demonstrate the most used question types, and those are the multiple choice question types, essay, that is an open question, a numeric question, and which is used frequently in the past periods, is the upload question. Okay, so when you start off in the question bank, and you start in the content repository, and then you will click on questions. So that's the part where you have to create the new questions. Because you are going to make questions for one exam, it's common to create a group, which is really a folder, like a folder in Explorer. You give it a name, and then it's usually exam for Q2. And then you add the group, and in this group you will create your questions. Let's start with a new one. So new question. And then something about giving it a name. It's good to number your questions. So I usually call them, I start with this one. So the 001, and that is useful if you're going to create an assignment. You will see why this is useful. So give it a title. It's also nice to have, let me see. If you know, if you know the topic of your question, then it's nice to insert one key phrase here. So you can easily, if you look at the question, you know what it's about. It's also good to say which sort of question it is. So a multiple choice or open question or a numeric question. In this case, it's going to be a multiple choice question. And the thing you also have to insert here in the title is how many points this question is going to be. So 2 points. This question name is not seen by students during the exam. So it's really for internal viewing. If you have a Word document, for example, I have one here. You will getting a exam in Word probably from your professor, teacher, instructor. If you do, check if it's correct in the case that it has points, so you know how many points each question is, and also that they've inserted the right or correct answer. Otherwise, you have to do the things twice. So you have to have this before you begin. So if you copy this text from Word right into Mobius, it can create some difficulties. So what you have to do is you have to copy it and paste it into Notepad to safely copy and paste it into Mobius. So question 1, 2 points. This is the text. There should be an image here, so I will create an image placeholder for me not to forget that. And then you have the answers. 4 in this case. What you do, the easiest way is to cut them, click on response area, and you will get the overview of the question types. In this case, we're going to use multiple choice, this one. The weighing is always 1. The selection is always default on single, so only one answer is correct. If you click on multiple, then you can select multiple correct answers. Shuffled choices is default on no, and display vertical or horizontally, that is, well, we always use vertical. So I have the options right here, and the easiest way is just to copy paste them or cut paste them. By default, you have 3 options here, but you can add as many as you want. Make sure there are no spaces behind the or white lines under the answers. And if you have inserted this, then you click on next. And here you have to select the right answer, which was C. If you insert it, then you will see the answers. Of course, you have to delete this part. And you can save it and you can preview this. So the preview is more, yeah, you can check if you have done, you know, if have selected the correct answer, for example. Let's select this one. Well, that was okay. So it just gives you a preview of how the question looks like. If you need, because there was some script, I think, I thought. Oh yeah, here, this one, the XY. This one. You have many options in the menu bar to, well, create super or subscript. It's over here right now. But you can also, for example, use the symbols if you need Greek symbols, for example. And then you save and close it. I know I have to insert an image, but I just wanted to show you, if you save and close it, you will see it in this group. This is the question. This loop, I don't know what's it called in English. If you click on it, you will see, you will get a preview how a student would see it. If you want to edit it, you have to use this button. And if you want to edit the answers, you have to double click on it. So we have the issue of the images. Well, in Maple TA, it used to be very easy. You would click on the image, and then you would go to upload to look at the picture. Oh, sorry, I have to create the picture first. The easiest way to create a picture, so we have this picture, is to use the snipping tool. I already did that, but no. Use the snipping tool just to make a picture of the pictures in the exam. And it's easier to go through the entire exam and do this all in once. So make pictures of the the snippings of all the pictures in the exam. Then you have to save it. And it's good to use, well, the course code and the question it belongs to. And once you've saved all your pictures, you can upload them in Mobius. If you want to do that this way, it will not work. There's a bug in the system, which is really unfortunate. I will show you how it looks like. If you want to upload a picture, so the one we just saved, you get this message. It's an error, and I'm hoping they will fix it with the new release, which is due in at the end of November. So this doesn't work, which is really a pity, because you have to use the workaround. And the workaround is to cancel this one. You go to View Files, and there in a you see two icons here. So it's really small. Let's see if I can increase. So there are two icons here. Create a new subfolder and upload files to this point.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's very tiny. You have to know it. Once you know it, you know it's there. So so you have to upload it, all your files. That is why it's good to have all the files already prefab in your folder. You browse and you can upload it here. And then you find it here. But then you have to go back to the content repository, to your questions, to that particular question. Click on Edit. And there, click on the image button and browse server. You will see it there. Double click on it and it will insert, and here you can define the width. So normally the screen is like a max of 600. So if you insert a picture, yeah, just see how it needs to be in balance with the text, you know. It doesn't have to be that big if it's not containing really much information. But so I think 500 is okay. Click OK, and then it's inserted. So save and close, and then your first question is done. Any questions on this multiple choice question? No?
Nee.
Nee? Okay. So the question is going to be, well, it's going to be number 2. It's about a topic. It's an essay question, which is an open question, and it's I don't know, one point. So you can type, of course, yourself. I don't know, give me 3 reasons why, and then your question. The essay question is also under the response area, and it's over here. Couple of things you can set if your teacher wants that. You can set a maximum of words. So I don't know, 50, for example. Insert it, save, and preview. And if you type, then you will see below that the word count is going up. And once you reached the 50 words, yeah, it will just stop. That's all you can do. This is, of course, manually graded, and you will see that in the gradebook later on. Sometimes you want to insert a PDF or a file or an Excel file or a Word file. It has the same bug, I'm guessing, as the picture, because you have to upload your PDF in this case. For example, well, this data sheet. Yeah, it has the same. So if you want to okay, if you want to insert a document, you will have to upload it on the server the way I did just now. So that was through View Files. Select that tiny button, browse for your PDF document, a Word document. Okay, so now it's added to the file repository. Go back to your question. And you can insert the link. Click on this link icon, browse server. And a thing which you should not forget is the target, because you would like to open it in a new window. So, okay, save, preview. Yeah, so this works.
Wow.
So that is the thing on essay questions. Yeah, I have to say that because this is manually graded, it is always nice to have the points you address to this question to insert that here in the weighting box. And that will give the instructor a better view on how to grade this question. But you will see that later. So this is the second question. The third question is going to be a numeric question.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
Because I noticed in the essay question, there's some options called keyword. So if is that like it will grade automatically if we add the keywords?
No, it's not. You can add keywords to it, and in the gradebook, those keywords will be highlighted yellow.
Ah, okay.
So it will give the instructor a better view on those keywords, but still you have to read the context to see if it's used correctly in that answer.
Okay.
So the only thing it does is it's highlighted.
So
You can edit if you.
Yeah, so essay questions are always for like manual grading.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Can I also ask a question?
Yes, sure.
Sometimes professors want to put a limit on the amount of words that can be written in an essay. Is there a button for that we can, like, say the student can only write 50 words or something?
Yes. So if you edit the essay part, you can set a maximum amount of words right here. So
Okay.
I did 50, but you could do 100 or 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
So yes, that's possible. I was in the middle of creating a new question. I don't know if you saw that. But if you're looking for that question, it's not visible right now. And that is because the question doesn't contain a response field. So it's not seen as a question. So this can happen, and you can use it as an introduction, for example. And you can find it if you click on all content types. Then you will see it here. So the other ones that have response areas have a question in front of it, and this one has a sort of text file in front of it. I started with it. I only gave it a title, and I think I have. This is the question. It's a numeric question. Oh, I have to do it through Notepad. So, for example, they have to give an answer to this, which is 13. So select the response area, click on numeric, and add 13 to the numeric part.
That's the answer, right?
That's the answer, right?
That's the answer, yeah.
So if you preview this and you grade it, then it's the correct response. But you can also use this with an algorithm, and I'm going to show you a fairly simple algorithm. And in that case, when you're using algorithms, you need to define your variables, and you need to address them with a $sign. So in this case, it would be A times B plus C. So that is the first part. And then you have to define those variables, and you can do that with the algorithm section right below. And you can do them by hand, or you can use the designer, which I'm going to do right now. So A is a whole number, and I'm just, I don't know, just putting something in steps of 1. I can add this, and then it's added here. So then you see how the notation is, and you can, if you want to, you can do it manually. Just insert it. Maybe it's easier for you. Then the second one is B, which is, I don't know, 10, 15. And then C, which is in between 20 steps of 2. Add. And then you have to insert the maple command, which is usually described as answer. And I've already done it here. So this is what you wanted to do. Let's save this one. Oh, no, I have to add it first. Yeah. save it, and you also see a preview of the values and range right here. So this is the first part. The second part is you have to insert the numeric response area, but instead of the part, you have to give the answer and insert that. So now, if you go to the preview, it will give you random numbers. What is this? 49. So this will give you, this is just a small example of randomization or algorithms. On the home page, you can go back to the home page of the class by clicking on this link. I inserted a manual, which is unfortunately only in Dutch, about randomiseren. But I've also inserted the information in the help about the algorithm designer. So that gives you a broader view of what you can do with algorithms. Any questions so far?
Yes, for the numeric questions,
Mm-hmm.
is it possible to set the an accuracy range? For example, the answer is 13, but some students may get 12.8 and others, for example, 13.01. But
Yeah.
actually, they are
all correct.
Correct answers.
Yes. So if you double click on the numeric part to edit it, you will see here the absolute accuracy, but you can also have a margin of error or a percentage. So percentages is commonly used. So you have like a 1.2 percentage above or below. That is also correct. So that is how you do that.
So this is like 0.2%?
Yes.
20%?
0.2.
Okay, thank you.
So the last example I want to show you, because it's used frequently the last months, is the upload question. And it's very easy. So write your question here, and students must upload something they have done on their computer. So it can be an Excel or a Python document or whatever. So click on response area and then document upload. There are two ways to use this question, and it's default on document code, which is unfortunate because that one is rarely used. You have to click on direct upload. So students upload a file directly during the activity. That is the one. And below that are the extensions you want to allow. You can click them all, select them all. So that is from audio file to video file to whatever. Or you can select just the PDF or the text or the whatever. Let's talk them down. Yes. Insert and save and preview. If you click on browse, and let's take that data sheet again. Open, So the extensions that are allowed are listed below.
Mhm.
And then you click on upload and you get no document uploaded. And that is because you are previewing this. So this question you have to test within the assignment itself, because then it will be possible to really upload documents.
Mm.
Save and close. So we now have, I have 4 questions, and I would like for you to make some questions as well, to create a group and put your questions in there. Let's say 2 questions per person. So I know there are. So these people can start already, but I need some net ideas to add the other ones to this course. So Sabrina, could you give me those net IDs, or?
Well, these are my student assistants, so I don't know everyone who's in this meeting. And there are 2 other student assistants who cannot be here, or, well, they are, like Helena, she's here, but she doesn't have a employee ID yet. I mean, and you have to request it at HR, and it takes a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other other people that are here, sorry, I don't know you. So if you already have an employee ID, you can just put it in the chat, and maybe Kasja can add you immediately. And otherwise, you just have to request employee ID at your own secretariat.
Oh, so an employee gets like an other net ID than a student?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, because a student cannot have access to the Mobius environment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.